Greetings, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to look at getting some success as a leader. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 8th year of the Leadership Japan series. And I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success, president of Dale Carnegie Training, Tokyo, Japan, and the best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. My new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, is released and it's available on Amazon. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku in the center of Tokyo, the leadership capital of Japan. Now, this podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan, and trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is "shinpai shinaide." Shinpai shinaide. Very handy phrase. Again, this is informal Japanese. So if your colleague asks you something like, you look a bit stressed, you okay? You could say something like, "shinpai shinaide." Don't worry, I'm fine. Or if you look like you've got tons of work going, are you okay? You look super overworked there. Shinpai shinaide. Shinpai shinaide. Shinpai shinaide. I'm fine, don't worry. Or, you might be looking too well, right? Maybe you look a bit pale there. And you might say, yeah. Shinpai shinaide. Shinpai shinaide. Shinpai shinaide. I'm fine, don't worry, I'm fine. This is episode number 436, and we are talking about the 5 drivers of leadership success. There are many things which lead to successful leadership. You might have hit a purple patch in the market and things are going swimmingly. 5-star hotels in Japan prior to the pandemic were doing brilliantly with very high occupancy rates, and the general managers looked like rock stars. COVID hit and closed the border, locked everyone up at home, and desperation was the order of the day for the hospitality and tourism industries. Or you might have inherited a bunch of well-trained stars thanks to your immediate predecessor. We all hope for good business conditions and a good crew. Hope, however, isn't much of a strategy. When it is down to us, what do we need to do? For leaders, there are some key areas where we need to concentrate our time, energy, and strength. There are 5 drivers of leadership success which help us to be effective leaders. Let's go through them. Number 1, self-direction. Leaders are self-directed, have a vision, and set clear goals. They are self-sufficient. They know what they are accountable for and keep pushing hard to produce results. They are values-led and create the required culture in the organization which helps their team to be winners. We need an ego to believe we know better than everyone else what we need to do. We may, in fact, not be infallible and prove to be wrong in our initiatives. That is okay, as long as we are flexible enough to change our course and adapt quickly to the realities we uncover. A rigid, inflexible, massive ego, on the other hand, means will be urging everyone to sprint faster off the cliff and bring the organization down. That sufficient ego line is a tricky little dude to calculate, but we must do it. Number 2, people skills. Today's business environment is too complex for the hero leader to be successful. Once upon a time, the leader could do it all, but not today. The ability to form the right team, get the right people on the right buses in the right seats is critical. The team need to know they are working in a psychologically safe environment and that their leader is there to help them develop in their careers. Without great communication skills and correct values, then trust can't be built. Without trust, there is no team. Climbing over the bodies to grasp the brass ring for yourself doesn't work anymore. There's a lot of nonsense talked about the servant leader, but fundamentally, investigate what is in your heart. Is it all about you, or is it about your team? If it's all about you and your glorious career, you will get the team engagement you deserve, but won't like. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Okay, today's show is sponsored by, on the 4th and 5th of November, we're doing high-impact presentations in English. Also on the 4th of November, we'll be doing professional leadership looking at coaching. On the 11th of November, professional leadership looking at delegation. 16th of November, we have a course preview. On the 18th of November, we're doing professional leadership handling mistakes. 25th of November, we're doing professional leadership vision, mission, and values. Our website is www.dale, D-A-L-E hyphen Carnegie, C-A-R-N-E-G-I-E .co.jp. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 1,000 for you there at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, as well as my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's a premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, we have Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Number 3, process skills. The machines and people must perform correctly. However, if the system or process is poorly designed or poorly administered, it will cause people to fail. Is the poor performer really a poor performer, or have gotten the job fit wrong for that person? For example, expecting a big picture person to be super detail focused is asking for trouble, and vice versa. We must never forget that people support a world they help to create. We need to involve our people in improving the systems and processes. I'm a driver personality style, which means fast-paced, quick decision-making, and not much tolerance for time wasting. However, when it comes to the analytics of the business, I move more across to the analytical personality style dimension. I was hopeless at maths at school, but as a leader, this means seeking 3 decimal places and having an eye for detail. We have to be great at analyzing a certain set of numbers. And we have to make sure the numbers are correct and current in order to make the best use of them. Number 4, communication. Leaders must be great communicators. But that doesn't mean they should do all the talking. The ability to listen at the highest levels is required. Listening for what is not being said. Being able to ask great questions is another leader capability which saves a lot of time and reduces friction. The leader knows what they already know. But by involving others' opinions and asking questions, they can learn what they don't know. Being clear and concise in communication is a high-level skill. Making sure the message is filtering down correctly throughout the organization is also a critical element of being a leader. Number 5, accountability. The buck stops with the leader and there are no excuses. Leaders also quickly and emphatically admit their own mistakes and lead by example. Leaders need to coach, guide, support, and train the team to achieve the agreed results. The leader provides direction and manages change. The leader has to know the systems for monitoring results are working correctly. They need to know that the right controls are in place and that everyone understands why these are important. If we work on mastering these 5 drivers, then we will be successful as leaders. Is this stuff easy? No. But no one cares. The organization expects us to master these drivers and for us to do our job properly. End of story. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Take what you found valuable, immediately put into action because idea application is what makes winners winners. Be one of them. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.